Hello and welcome back everyone, I'm Banana and this is Mass Effect. We are back in Noveria, or actually on the planet Noveria. To be more specific, we're in a research station on Peak 15. And yeah, we needed to fix some stuff over here because, you know, a lot of systems were destroyed or offline. Now we are here because of some Geth attacks. Also, this research station belongs to a company where Saren, the, rogue Spectre, oh crap, is a major shareholder. So, that seems to be very interesting. And also we know that Matriarch Benezia, who is Saren's ally, seems to be also around here somewhere. And by the way, she's Liara's mother. So Matriarch Benezia, that is. So that's why we are actually here. On our way here we fought some Geth and we are fighting these weird monsters. Recognize workers or what's it called again? Warriors, I think? Soldiers, yeah, recognize soldiers.
I do not like this place. Too many dark secrets.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, can't quick save in. I just saved, doesn't matter.
Now entering decontamination and transit hub.
Alright.
User alert. Loose contaminants in the decontamination chamber. Access to passenger tramways inadvisable.
Oh, great. Now let's get our guns ready. And we're going to move in guns blazing. Oh, look at that. Actually, there are two in there. If we had...
Locked in.
The door.
Yeah, damn it, I interrupted them. Because they are correct. You could repair this plasma purge, and I think we could destroy those bastards inside. A dead Solarian. Look at that.
Control group, loosen them. They're in... Can't escape. Up the tunnels now. We're sorry. The leads couldn't get to the struck. Out while you can.
He killed himself. Because he was part of whatever happened here.
Among my people, a suicide's body would be left for scavengers. The Nathak will get to him eventually.
Alright. Interesting. Oh, look at that. You find stimulant packs, motorized joints, and chemical rounds in all garbage cans. That's pretty widely known. How are we going to get through here, though? Anything here? I mean, our electronic skills still low? Maybe we need to talk to Myra then.
Connections restored. Processing new data. User alert. Unable to connect to hot lab facilities.
Lose contaminants? I mean, at this point, I think it is all the monsters that we are fighting here. Monsters, aliens, whatever. Let's ask her.
What's this about loose contaminants?
Dangerous biological agents are present in the tramway decontamination chamber. The tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the fail-safe plasma jets is recommended prior to access.
How do I activate the fail-safe system?
Controls for the fail-safe systems are located in the security checkpoint outside decontamination. User alert. The fail-safe system is currently inoperable.
Then why are they called fail-safe? Just thinking out loud here. Nothing major, but okay, how can I fix it? It's never that easy, is it?
What would it take to get the decon fail-safes operating again?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired on-site using a standard Omni tool.
Unlock the decontamination chamber.
User alert. Contaminants are present within the decontamination chambers. Passage is not recommended.
Alright, how can I get rid of them? Use the plasma.
How do I get rid of the contaminants?
The chamber is equipped with a fail-safe system which vents a 5,000 degree Kelvin plasma. This is sufficient to sterilize any potential contagion. Unfortunately, the fail-safe system is disabled at this time.
Alright. 5,000 Kelvin though, that's pretty...
What's the problem?
There is a hardware fault in the control system. This can be repaired.
That's all I need right now.
Alright, she
Very
basically
well,
tells
Commander.
us the same thing.
Logging you out.
Yeah, how would you do that then? It tells me the electronic skill's too low. I don't get it. I mean, decryption too low. Am I missing something? I mean, I don't have any electronics here. But okay, let's just give Liara, I don't know, maybe electronics 4? I don't know. Nope, doesn't do anything.
Now is not the time.
Sure is.
Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities. How may I...
Tell me what happened here.
I'm sorry, but I need a more specific query.
That's all I need right
Very
now.
well, Commander.
I don't get
Logging
it.
you out.
I mean, it also looks like, if you look at the radar, pretty much tells you that this must be the point, right? There is a... Whoops, wrong button. Yeah, we're standing right in front of it. This must be it.
Online. Connected to subsidiary facilities.
What's this about loose contaminants?
The
on.
tram station has been sealed in the interest of crew safety. Activation of the fail-safe plasma jets is recommended prior...
Override. Open the doors now.
Very... Releasing safeties. Proceed at your discretion.
That's all I need right
Very
now.
well, Commander. Logging you out.
Okay, that was a little bit better, I think. Not a lot we could have done here. Oh, another one. But our shotgun should make short work of them. Also, it seems like the door doesn't react to them, so that's also a plus. Just strafing. I don't know if I want to walk through this. If there's a possibility of being fried by 5,000 Kelvin plasma jets, but okay. Oh god, no. Oh my god. Stupid Reknai workers with this stupid... I'm gonna explode in your face with poisonous gas stuff.
Area secured.
Let's go for a quick save though. Well, we handled that. And I'm really interested how they would, you know, line the chamber to withstand 5,000 Kelvin, but yeah, well, it is science fiction, right? So let's just accept it. That's the fiction part about sci-fi. That's something that some people don't understand when they watch science fiction. Alright, can we quick save? Failed, of course, because we're inside a transport thing. Seems like it doesn't work.
Central Station. Destination, Rift Station.
Destination, Rift Station. Looks good.
Now arriving at Rift Station, Binary Helix Research Facility.
Okay. Well, let's take a look. I think it's really weird that we're poisoned for such a long time. So this looks like a lab. And this looks like the way to, I don't know, staff rooms? Hotel rooms? Something like that. The sleeping area. Alright, since this isn't accessible, I think this is the way. Okay. Burning chemicals, that's great. And, oh, it's called Hot Lab, so alright. It's like a lab equipped with a sauna or something. I don't know. I never really worked in chemical labs, so I don't know. Still, I wish those elevators would be a little bit faster. Oh, that guy looks friendly. Kinda.
Stand down.
Yeah, please. Thank you.
Sorry, we couldn't be sure what was on the tram.
Can those things work at train's controls?
Hell if I know. I'm not assuming any goddamn thing. Look, you're human and that's enough that I won't shoot, but I'd like to know who you are.
My name's Shepard. I'm a Spectre.
Huh. I won't look a heavily armed horse in the mouth. The aliens overran the hot labs last week. Only Han Olar got out, and he ain't all there anymore. The first we knew, the bastards were clawing into my command post. We had a lot more staff then.
You were taken by surprise and had civilians to protect. You did a good job, Captain.
Yeah? Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. The board sent an Asari to clean up the mess. She went to the hot labs yesterday. We haven't heard from her since.
I'm not gonna let any of your people die.
All I can do is hold out here and protect the civilians.
There's an emergency elevator out by the trams. This card will let you activate it. Can take you down to the hot labs.
Oh, and if you need any first aid, Dr. Cohen's downstairs in the med bay.
Hey, so we found survivors. That's actually pretty surprising. Also, you said something about Asari moving into the hot lab and cleaning stuff up. And we know that there are Asari here. You know, Matric Benezia and her personal escort of about a dozen Asari commandos. So that could be interesting. Let's ask about Benezia, actually. That seems like a good idea.
You're certain the matriarch is still in the hot labs?
She hasn't come back here. You came through Central Station, so she ain't there.
Did the aliens come from inside the facility, or did they attack from the outside?
You want my personal opinion? Labs like that exist to do stupid crap that gets people killed.
Yeah. That's Noveria for you. Let's ask about the hot lab, since it seems like we're going to go there anyway. So, let's get some information.
I need to know more about the situation in the hot labs.
The facility's off the network. The only way to find out would be to send scouts down the elevator, and I won't send my people to their death.
Well, true enough.
Tell me about the structure of the hot labs.
It's built into one of the glaciers further down the mountain. Real old, thick, stable one. Something goes wrong, they heat it up and sink it into the ice. Normally, the crew gets to the labs using a tram from Central Station. We've got an elevator that connects directly, but it's for emergency use only.
Listen. I'm not sending my people down there. It's too dangerous. You understand?
Yeah, right, that's why we're here, actually, you know. You're ordinary, you know, security staff. Spectre. Ordinary security staff? Spectre. Obviously, we're better equipped.
How are your people holding up?
We weren't expecting the initial wave. They made it inside. We lost some good people. Those of us left are short-handed. We've kept order by long shifts and stems. I don't like it, but I don't see an alternative.
Well, that's all for now.
I've got work to do.
Yeah, I hear that. Hell! Man the perimeter!
Go, go, go! Contact.
Go, go, go!
Oh, hi. You might want to turn around. Rex. You...
Enemy is everywhere!
Really? Really? Rex? Really?
All targets eliminated.
What a loser. Anyway, we got through this with no casualties. Or so it seems.
Thanks for the help. Every few hours, a group comes up the tram tunnel. It's actually better since we locked down the elevator.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I'll do whatever I can.
I don't know why they keep throwing themselves against our defenses. Even animals should learn not to stick their noses where it hurts.
Yeah, that's actually true, and it's a good point. I'd say we Take a look at the survivors here. As he said, he has some survivors back here, and someone actually has some first aid to offer. Maybe we can find some, I don't know, supplies or anything. So, to quarantine and barracks. Okay, the quarantine. Whatever.
Where did they come from? Were they in the lab? I never went in the high security areas.
Okay, good. Fine.
You're not gonna go to the hot labs, are you?
Well, if I have to. Decryption too low as per usual, and decryption too low as per usual. Man, that sucks. Hey, an Elcor. Let's take a look. I don't know. Let's just take a look at the guys over here.
What?
You're a member of the science teams.
Recently transferred, yes.
Let's see if we can get any intel on what's going on here. I think that could help.
What do you do here?
Molecular genetics. I specialize in biotic-enhanced allele-specific hybridization.
Okay, so I did not get the last 3 things.
Yeah, that's a bit technical for me.
I am very good at tracking inherited variations in genetic sequences. I'm sure you would find it quite dull.
Not really, actually. That sounds kind of interesting, but it sounds really technical as well, so yeah.
Do you know Matriarch Benezia?
Why ask me and not your friend?
Because I do not know anything about the matriarch.
Then why would I?
Good, cool. Yeah. Alright. Fair enough. On the other hand, you worked here and she came through here, so maybe you know something? Yeah, whatever. She's also very calm.
You seem less upset about this situation than the others.
That is one of the virtues of the meditation you interrupted.
Alright, I'll go.
That's all for now.
Then I will return to my meditations.
Yeah, do so.
Uncertain. I welcome you. Cautiously, I am curious to know what you're doing here.
Let's lie just a little.
I heard there were some problems up here.
Furtively, I am concerned about the state of our guards. Many have been awake for days. For now, with forced cheer, I still have a limited supply of equipment to sell.
Okay. Doesn't hurt to take a look, right?
Let's have a look.
Regretfully, most of my stock is being appropriated by Captain Ventrellis.
Kinda makes sense, I mean, they need it. Anyways, we could buy a Medichel upgrade. That seems to be very helpful. We're going to buy that. And also, the City Foundation license. Sure. See? License for the Normandy Quartermaster. Anything else that could go? The Unity amp. What does it do exactly? Let's compare it to nothing. We're using a Solaris amp 1. So the Unity boosts mostly the duration. I don't know. I don't think it's worth 11,000. The Phoenix 6. I mean, look at that. The Phoenix 6. It's 6. Tier 6, okay? It's only slightly better. I mean, okay, for what 40 shields more is a lot. That's true enough. 10 biotic protection is also not that great, but I mean, look at the Scorpion 1. The Scorpion 1 is insane. It's insane. Yeah. It's really insane for being a tier 1, and you get it on the first mission. I think we're going to just go through all of these people here. Try and see what we can do. And I think then we call it a day again.
I know you'd have a cure by now.
Okay. Dr. Zev Cohen.
What do you want?
I didn't mean to bother you.
No, you did nothing wrong. I'm just distracted.
Yeah, and we kind of crept up on you, right? Anyway, let's just ask him about these people here.
What happened to these people?
They're suffering from a toxin. There was an accident. I have a non-disclosure agreement. I shouldn't discuss it with anyone outside of the company.
But you're going to, because I might be able to help.
I'd like to think that the company finds our lives more valuable than their secrets. You know Mira, the VI for Peak 15? She handles the safety protocols for our experiments here.
Yeah, sure. I actually turned her back on. That sounds a little bit weird.
We reactivated her on our way through Central Station.
That was you? I'm grateful. Until she came online, the automatic equipment wouldn't work. We lost the connection to Mira in the middle of an experiment and the quarantine failed. These three were exposed to a toxin, something we were working on.
I like his accent.
I understand your caution, but I need details. What you say won't go beyond these walls.
It's a bioweapon, based on an exotic life form discovered on the frontier. They wanted something that could kill the creature, but there was no profit in something that kills one species on the frontier. We kept working on it and adapted it to affect more species. Thoros B is highly infectious, but can't pass from one person to another, like a biowar attack without a pandemic spread.
Do you imagine that distinction makes this ethical?
Militaries, governments, they'll get this kind of weapon one way or another, and we're trying to limit the damage. I know you can't see that.
Alright, true enough. I mean, bioweapons really...
There's a reason the Citadel conventions forbid bioweapons, Doctor.
I didn't expect you'd understand. Our notes and equipment are locked in the quarantine labs. Captain Ventralis doesn't want to risk more contamination.
Is he right to keep people out?
No, the toxin has a brief period of viability. After that, it breaks down into simple protein chains. But he won't listen to me.
I'll talk to him. Maybe I can convince him to let me try.
I can't ask you to do this officially, but if you can do anything, I'd appreciate it.
What will it take to get the cure for these people?
The quarantine labs are near the science team's quarters. Once you're in there, look for our notes. It should just be a matter of following our processes.
Okay. Anything else?
How's the science team holding up?
Better than Ventralis' guards. They've been on alert since the first attack. I've been administering stims at their request. But every species needs to sleep. They're getting twitchy, irrational.
Are you the doctor here?
I'm our doctor, but not the doctor. My specialty is microbiology, not first aid. We had a medic, Dr. Salah, but we lost him. The automatics can handle basic treatment. Mira runs them.
Talk to you later.
I hope you can do something.
Yeah, I'll shoot try. I mean... Not for, you know, the reward and the glory and stuff, but just because it's ethical. More the reward and the experience. Yeah. Right. Anything else? Assault drone? Alright. Okay. Doesn't seem like we can go through here anyway, so... Didn't he say that we can... Oh, and enemies. There are enemies in this direction. Alright. Too restricted area. Good.
What? No! Sorry. I haven't had much sleep since the attack. Yeah, is there something you need?
Not really. I mean, let's ask about the lab at Benezia. At the hot labs, these three seem to be the more interesting ones.
What do you know about the hot labs?
Nothing, I didn't work there. As far as I know, Han Olar was the only survivor.
Is he in the medical ward?
No, he's staying in the science team's quarters. Be gentle with him. He had a trying experience.
Alright, I'll try.
I'm looking for an Asari.
Asari? Well, there's Dr. Ayalis over there. There's also our guest, Lady Benezia. Captain Ventralis might know where she is.
How are you holding up?
It would be petty to complain after showering off a coworker's brain. None of us have had enough sleep since the attack. Of course, not all of us have guns.
I'll talk to you later.
Remember to report any suspicious noises.
Yeah, we'll do. Let's get this Medichel, because we can. And we might need it. So, what was the last thing? Let's try and take a look in... Wait, we have been there. Yeah, to the barracks, right? Quarantine and barracks. Let's talk to the sole survivor. Maybe we can find out something more, and I think then we'll call it a day. Next time we're trying to find a way into the hot labs and stuff. Oh, that's actually an elevator. Let's take a look. Talk to Ventralis. Alright. Actually, let's try and take a look. I want to see where this leads. Oh, down. Great. I mean, we need to talk to Captain Ventralis, and yeah, that seems like something we should do. But as far as I've understood, he will just show us the way to the hot labs, right? And this should still be a safe area, as long as there is no, you know, second entry to this place. Yeah, Han Olar, there he is. That's the sole survivor. Let's talk to him.
You came to find out about them, didn't you?
You mean those things out there?
Yes. I'm the only survivor from the hot lab, you know.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I need to know more about those things out there.
About the Rachni?
Rachni? That's preposterous.
As you can see here, the Rachni are extinct. Maybe we will learn about this. Yeah, let's just see what he tells us about it.
Where did they come from?
They found it in a derelict ship. An egg. Waiting since the last battles. They brought it here.
Shut up! God, you want to get us killed?
I don't have any control over who lives or dies here. Do you?
If you're gonna be crazy, be the quiet kind.
Crazy? I'm sane. God, am I sane?
I need to know everything about the Rachni.
I told you all I can. We brought the Rachni back from the dead. In retrospect, a bad decision.
So yeah, he mentioned a war. So there was this huge war against the Rachni, as far as I remember. And yeah, they were basically completely wiped out. And they found a soul egg. And it seems like they brought them back from the dead. Kind of like Jurassic Park, maybe. Anyways, let's talk about how he survived and maybe about Benezia.
I heard you were at the hot labs. How did you make it out alive?
I killed her.
Who?
Doctors on Muir. We were going to lunch when the alarms went off. I ran into the tram, and I closed the doors. She banged on the window once, then they sliced her to pieces. Her head came apart like a melon. I closed the door. I killed her.
Tell me what you know. I'll make your survival mean something.
You think I want absolution? There is none.
Wow, that's dark.
I'll be leaving now.
That is indeed dark. Anyways, doesn't seem like we can do anything else here. Okay, that's locked off.
I used to have nightmares like this. Too many cheap horror vids before lights out.
Yeah, makes sense.
Gotta keep the mood light. I mean, if you don't laugh, you'll... Yeah, you just have to.
Makes absolute sense. Didn't he just call this guy insane? And yeah, great. So these guys aren't really holding up that well. Anyways, I think we are done for now. We did quite something more like talking and finding out about what's going on here. But that's still something, isn't it? So, I would say we call it a day. If you like what you saw, then please consider pressing the like button. Helps out a great deal, and I hope I see you next time when we find out what they actually did bring back from the dead here. I mean, it's Ragnite, but a little bit more information would be nice. So yeah, I hope I see you next time. Thanks for watching, and as always, auf Wiedersehen.